just commencing the session, either to read from the prayers in the book in front of you or on the screen, as they just magically appeared there. Either way, okay. From the heart of the Saviour, the 100 deities of Geshela, on the pink of a cloud resembling a clump of extremely white fresh curd, King of the Dharma, omniscient Losandrapa, please come here together with your sons. In the sky before me, an lion-throned lotus and moon, my perfect pure Guru smiles with delight, supreme field of merit for my mind of faith. Please abide for 100 eons to spread the teachings. Your holy mind has the intelligence that understands the full extent of objects to be known. Your holy speech with its excellent explanations is the ornament for those of good fortune. Your holy body is radiantly beautiful with glory and renown. To you are meaningful to see, hear, and remember, I prostrate. Pleasing drinking water, various flowers, fragrant incenses, light, scented waters, and so forth. Oceans of cloud-like offerings, both actually arranged and mentally emanated, I offer to you the supreme field of merit. Whatever non-virtue of body, speech, and mind, especially those opposite three vows that I've collected from beginningless time, I confess each and every one with fervent regret from my heart. You strove for much learning and practice in this degenerate age and made your freedoms and riches as meaningful by abandoning the 8 worldly concerns. Save you, we sincerely rejoice in your extensive deeds. Perfect, pure, holy gurus from billowing clouds of wisdom and compassion in the sky of the Dharmakaya, please let fall a rain of profound and extensive Dharma upon the receptacle of those to be subdued exactly as they need. May whatever virtue I've collected benefit teachings in all transmigratory beings, and in particular, may it cause the essence of perfect, pure Losandrapa's teachings to shine forever. And then Tibetan phonetics on the top of page 5. Sa shi po ki shu shi me tog tam ri ra bling shi ni de gam pa di san ge xing du mi te o wa ki do kon nam dak shin la cho pa shor. By the merits of having offered this mandala to Lama Tsongkhapa and his 2 sons, may I, my family members, and all sentient beings be able to meet, practice, and actualize the teachings of the victorious one, Losandrapa, who had the morality of an eminently pure way of life, was courageous in the extensive conduct of the sons of victorious ones, and accomplished the yoga of the 2 stages of supreme bliss and emptiness. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamiya Tayami. By the force having fervently requested in this way, hollow beams of white light are emitted from the hearts of the perfect pure Father and Sons, and combining into one into my crown, white nectar, the color of milk, flows from the opening tube of white light, cleansing all my sicknesses, spirit harms, negative karmas, obscurations, their imprints without exception. My body becomes as pure and clear as crystal. And so then on to page 8 there, reciting this 5-line prayer 3 times. Mime ze we te te chen re zi, dreame kemper wampo jumper yang, du mo pa lu zhong we sang we dang, gan chen tempen zen kan song ka pa, lo zandra ble sa bla so wa de. Mime ze we te te chen re zi, dreame kemper wampo jumper yang, du mo pa lu zhong we sang we dang, gan chen tempen zen kan song ka pa, Lozandra ble sabla so wa did. Me me ze we te te chen re zi. Dreamer camper wampo jumper. Du mo pa lu jong we san we dan. Gan chen tempen sen kan song ka pa. Lozandra ble sabla so wa did. And over the page, page 9, prayer for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, who is the spiritual head of this organization, the FPMT, and he passed last year in April, so a prayer for his swift return to take rebirth and continue to benefit beings. Peerless teacher, an assembly of the children of the victorious one, Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Losam, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge, infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplish this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Buddha's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, reward the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the soul gateways through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings who suddenly departed to peace, what a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth, the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels, and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples.
Sangye chodon chojin chonum la chanjo pardo dan kyabsun che dagi chushi ye banda dag drolam penche sangjin drupar sho Sangye chodon chojin chonum la chanjo pardo dan kyabsun dagi chushi ye banda dag drolam penche sangjin drupar sho Sangye chodon chojin chonum la chanjo pardo dan kyabsun dagi chushi ye banda dag Roland Benji Sanjin Rubar Show Kangi Tuzini Zone Tawatam Japan Tambishun Dunzi Kodum Tela Chanzelo Namala Gadolo Noziga Trabonda the Mikan on the Draw Kunji Ranum Chizum Tamjik and the Dagi Chutin. Good morning, everyone. Shopadele.
Shopadele.
Teri today last teaching 2024, yes. Dixon. Yeah. Almost finished 2024 years. Ngal chen a lot in your push brosons. Ngal ten a lot in your push brosons.
So today is the last teaching of 2024, and I feel like this year has passed really quickly.
The Lord Tinalaya. Chedang anzu number sanjibi chug that Yamling Gejajina careers ladi. Chavakar Chenaya, Tongta Nila, Chavani said, Tongta Nila, Chavani said, Kitchen Bush Sigioris. Ra Tommy Chalaya, Tachi Kulong Yavuchi Kiata, Benata logic Nanga Chawadrojina, Lodi Longo Telea, Lodi Log Savatseondi, Tachi Lodi Nalolaya, Chavakari Chigiavania, Dig Kulong Sambuch Kiadi, and a kitchen which Sigioris. 다 로드 조조한디 타미기다 지금 로디나겠다 로드 조조한디 로디기 차와드자 조조와 차와디다 돔다마소나 타미기 돔지어라스라 어다 딩이 신도니 계신 부시 쓰기 어레스
One of the important concept in Buddhist tradition is that whatever activities that we engage, the beginning and the end of the activity is considered very important. So at the beginning of any activity that we engage, for instance, when we start a new year or when we start a new activity or new work, the motivation is really important. It's really important to set a noble and pure motivation at the outset. And then at the end of the activity, the conclusion is also considered very important.
디진자 당한조 다와 축직당 니만 뉴스사지 링려야 로 차와 가르치 여버디 아 chen tu bai na temba la yo bai na tini juk dom ja di ani yak bu shu dom ja tu ro asra
So, if we could recollect and remember all the activities that we did in the past 11 months and 20 days, then we could really do a very powerful dedication.
tinza tering anzu dom ja ni mon so ra ta thama tinza dom ja ni mon ro ji ke do asra tinza ta pe na ngaran ro ji cha ja wa na ni don ni shu sa shi gi longo de la ji ani kulong ta ji nam gyu da ma de wi kulong ji ta ke yo res ra ta ngi ma ro ji wa na pe na ni don ni shu sa sam gi longo ro ji ba na chidang ki chue xie ri, lakdun zi da chik, ani chue zon di gin zin gyong, chue zon di gi chik, da zula kang ri, kanji ani di tsangma gi chik che du, lega kari chigi yin bay na ya, kyabji lama sobo rumbu chila ya, kandri shuza yorwas, kandri mangbu shugu yoras ngi rwa, shuza yorwas, koran chue zo di dakpo koran ri, koran ki lamdung kanti shi chini kari nangbayi na ti shizong ki dhoya chik yor asra. Ta nidong nishu tsaksam ki chinda shebi nanglo la ya, ani rumbuchi gomba zobayin za. Ta nidong nishu tsabji tse ondi, tsawi da nga zung go tingi yor da ina ya, ta chik rumbuchi nangshin ki pigi la ya, kanti shusa di meba charwas. Ani ta chuzong di nang de gogo yore, gen ki gogo kansi na kyabji lama sobo rumbuchi ki kan nangchi, ani ngande le tangba insa, ngin genji ki gogoras. Tai ka nangi khorang gomba zosi di tai susu rikpa ji drimchi ni. Gyundengi lama sobar machi ka gongro di kari ri, gomba shetang kanda chi yore. Ro, tazu semla shabi to ni, ngoni thani ki chik, ani chuzon diri, kanji lomban dela ya pembi ki chawa chi machi wai na, nga chawa chi, geshi chi, ani chugu ji kuyani, chik tungu ro di, yakbu chi mandu zore chazo na, susu mese chola re do asra. Tinza dindi ki chani, kulong di ngar da mandu, kulong shuk chenpo chi kiyo res, changpo shi na kiyo res ro.
So, at the end of the year, it is really a time to dedicate and also to conclude the year with conclude the year and conclude the activities that we have already started. So, as if we kind of recollect back at the beginning of 2024, I have really tried to set motivation totally different from the previous years. So, for instance, if you take 2023 as an example, of course, I also at the beginning of that year, I also try to set up a good motivation and a good motivation to teach here, to oversee the overall management of this Dharma Center and to look after the and to carry forward and um, to engage in initiatives in accordance with the wishes of Lama Rinpoche as per his guidance. But unfortunately, in 2024, Rinpoche passed away. And then I feel like if Rinpoche was there, I could always seek for his guidance, but whenever I needed. And then after his passing into body nirvana, I cannot seek his guidance. So therefore, I feel like I have to really kind of put more effort to um, continue his legacy and to think about his noble visions about how can I best benefit the center, how can I kind of do positive contributions for this country at large. And then if I, as a, a Buddhist monk, it is my kind of duty or rather responsibility to carry forward the legacy of Rinpoche and to contribute for the larger society. So therefore, I have tried to set up a really good motivation for 2024.
텐생 암수 니동 뉴시 잡시 나로라 자와 가르치요레스 또 최적 그 자와로 최적 자와 가르치요레스 나와이노 롱업주 코비 뒤된 그 제고 초요레스 롱업주 코비 뒤된 그 제고 갑라 안주 니마 숨 그린려야 라마충가비 라미넨존데 데비기 아니 아 봄초 초요레스 봄초 그 총건려야 아니 게시 도갈레 고뱅 캠보 게시 춘일라 츠비 아니 라마 게시 아니 뉴슈츠압든 사치 델리아 딘디 슈투요레스 ngar zom manyoas longab jurinlaya tachik zom manyoas ani min tun nimasung grinlaya lamanchube chokpyadi che manyoas ngazu chebares nido nyishitsawjilolaya chebares
So in 2024, of course, we did many Dharma activities, and one of the most kind of important activity that we did was the 50-year celebration of the center. And as part of the 50-year celebration of the center, we did a 3-day long Guru Yoga Bumsok puja. And on that puja, we're very fortunate and blessed to have Geshe Doga and Geshe Chunyi, who was the abbot of Kopan Monastery, and other 27 Geshes to grace the celebration and the prayer sessions. So I consider this as a very historic moment, something that we could not do for the past 50 years. We were very fortunate to be able to do that.
이게 최소될 때 이인바로 왔으네 롱바 코란라야 자자자탄 바 펜도 총요레 삼네 가오공구였으로 가오공구였
And I really rejoice the fact that we were able to organize and do that. I'm sure that it not only made huge contributions and made positive changes, impact for this Dharma Center alone, but to the whole country at large.
테니 더 최소디 라마 예시다 라마 소버무지 남바니기 1974라야 쭉샤와레스 쭉바니 진 단다팔도 따직 라마 중가바가 최균 징행기 최소직 차기요레스 아니 디나노라야 따직 로망부 린라야 라마 소버무지 까고나 신경한저 라마 주비 촉 비거레스 나왔다 빨라야 라마 주비 촉 살니스 비거레 아니 멜레 초가 땅거레 아니 드런쇼 땅거레 나왔다 빨라 참메기 디치기요레스 이마이는 단다 바르도 간저 따지 라마 주비기 탕가 빌레식 니도 니시 잡실로랑 간저 샹바레마데 딩 탐 니돈 유서시 봐도 빌리지 덴데 슈투요 말레스 다간지 슈요 말레스 내가도 니돈 유서시 로라야 라만 추비기 탕가 안데 델요 바 this is yeah group just 탕가 2024 nganzo 덴데 슈 바레스 and the next medicine buddha 탕가 there 2024 leya nganzo 덴데 슈 바레스 더 sama chojo chawachi chagores.
And one of the another great accomplishment is although we every year we did many noble Dharma activities such as organizing medicine pujas and many other pujas. However, this year we were very fortunate to be able to invite the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga Thangka painting as well as the medicine Buddha painting. So I consider this a huge accomplishment.
다 마종의 단답하던가 제투 마송스 로만 예지기 단가 체존되라고 샘는 상야기 야지자담을 차수에는 단답도 트마스이나 마음바 니도니 상가자 죽 나올라 야지자담바 닝이 드버 치기리스 계신불이스 라 롬바 코로나 계신불 추조라 계신불 안서 다왔다발라 던쇼탄 거레스 저 로만 예지기 단가 약부치 자비기 주존 kunyi deliyores.
And now, one thing which I really wanted to try to accomplish in the near future is also to invite kind of same Thangka painting of the 21 Taras. Although we do have a statue of the Tara, but it would be really nice if we could also have a big Thangka painting of Tara, as we all every month we do offer the Tara pujas.
Any Mazuta Sanji go Middle Shishamach Shanyores Pepsaris, Jeris Chozolia, Kaziza Pasantele Pepsons. Any the Tarin you should subject Saming Marki or a carriage, patient Saming Marish sons. Saming Maris allow Tikanich Tadalo. And Didi, and Anzuya, and Gombasawa Shansagi. And such a delay, then the sugar is that in your submission you would and good ya, then the share is. That D don't use subshiki logi touching any chegun tamas or a chick. You don't use subshiki chegun tamadi any that in you should subject in the junior with that in you subject like kid wasra and do you any good chansangia then the should be Gombasawa Shansa such a delay. Sugars, middle-seers.
So now we have been able to invite a 4-meter-long Buddhist statue, which has already reached here on last Friday, here at the center. And then on the coming Tuesday, that is 24th of December, we will invite the statue to the new Gompa site, new monastery site, and that will be the last kind of Dhamma activity of this year.
That's someone that not Chomanion Roger was raw. Gaugom Chogdos. Hardun the Dajik and Sanji Kuti. Kazing on the Sapasan Chusha Sanji Kuti. Soon Jeba in a young. Jenging midi seminalaya. Gave Pasha Shari about the Gacha Jan Jatamares. Tichidi Dila Teni on the Australia Gayongi. Missai Nishutanga Saduyaba, Titamalo, Seminalaya Pacha, gave Pacha Shatuyagi Chao Kichishi Chagores. Tanetsam Mare Lot, Pesha Lot Jata Mamburinaya, Lotonta Nigres, good. Australia Namalaya, Lotonta Rinlaya, Nitugres. Lotonta Rinlaya, Messiah Mambuga, Sam Gamlaya, gave Pacha Shatuyagi, Chavaji Gacha Jatama Chagores, Tinganzu Chevares, Chozo Digitachi, any Gagan Salmon, the Getu Salmon, the Yons over Kalijaval Tenny, Kanji Australia, Mamala Yachi, Shande Storage, Soundana Tindichagores, Suyores.
So all of these are really historic, and we should all rejoice in the accomplishment that we have achieved for the past time. And now, as I mentioned earlier, this year we will uh, invite the 4 meter long Buddha statue, and I've no doubt that whoever witnesses, whoever sees the statue, will have a imprint of virtue in their mind. So therefore, the statue will remain for many years, and um, and whoever kind of come across this statue, I have no doubt that they will all get a kind of an imprint of dharma in their and virtue in their mind. So therefore, we have been accomplished this with the collective effort of all the students, all the members of this center. So this is a collective result of a collective effort that we should all rejoice.
Anzo Australia Nanglalaya, Missai Nishtadux Keshigda, Titsama Log Samgonlaya, Pasha Tugang Chavajik Chagores, Pasha Tungi Shivaki Chavajik, Gavi Pasha Tungi Shivaki Chavajik Chagores, Takas Mares,
So this will surely have a huge impact at the large. The Australia has more than 26 million population, and this will have definitely have a potential to leave a positive virtue, seat of a positive virtue for all.
Tambu Shebane Kunda Dindin Jobu Shantuyadi, Lama Soverumachi Tugi Manu Shuk Chambu Yores. Manido Nishu Saksam Gitchenda Sumbelaya, Lama Soverumachi Mus Jivi Kadula, that the kitchen bush sure, Della Droson Kazu Rodina, can build Nalitation and degrees. Not the indigenous songs. The Dindil Dembit, the good in Jobu Shuch, any Shan to Yore, any Dendrishu to Yores. Jeris Chuzolaya.
And with the blessing of Lama Rinpoche, we were able to kind of build this statue and being able to invite the statue in such a short time. Because in 2023, when I had the fortune to meet with Rinpoche, the Rinpoche told me that this is a very important and noble project, and you make sure that this will succeed, and whatever kind of expenses they are, just send us the invoice and make sure that this will succeed. So therefore, with the blessing of Rinpoche, we were able to accomplish this.
Teni ani ganzo langram shemogi zende pe yak budro yores. Kanji ani shila pardo tsama ani nidoni saksam da tsabshila ya langram shemun zende di zo yores. Ten tichu la chido che mayimba ani pet BSP getu kunza hako ganzo yabu pedro yores.
And another accomplishment is that in 2023 and 2024, we were able to complete our teaching sessions on Lamrim, and we were able to complete till the section on calm abiding and special insight with great detail. So this is also something that we should all rejoice.
Teni dawa takbala ya dawa chik nalola nimanyi tanda ani pema ki famous teaching discover Buddhism discovering Buddhism die pe masiba yakbu drogu yores. Yakbu shuna yores.
And of course, on top of that, every month is 2 days of teaching by Anipema on the titled Discover Buddhism. This class also completed very successfully, so we should all rejoice as well.
Teni Gentongni meditation teachings, and then Gentongni Zubiro, Gentongni Zubi, the Konzugi Zendabe Mamutigores. Lakdun the Dachi Gen Konzu, the Ane Konzu, Teni Nimatakba Pigi, Shogi Lamanchoba Tanya, Ani Gonda Tunju Tanya, the Chamek Ra. 슈치어레스다. 로초쇼가 잡아 빼슈치보다 님 딱봐 비기게 균짠 두드레드 빼마서 깔카보러 왔어. 깔려러 왔어. 균짠션. 패시 님의 직체요 말씀 랍초로 오신. and royores.
And then, of course, we have a daily meditation class led by Gen Tonila.
Yeah.
Tonila. Okay. And moreover, every day we have Guru Puja at the morning, and then the offering of puja to protect the Dhamma protectors at every evening. So for the entire year, they've been able to do it without any interruption. So this is also something that we should all rejoice.
Then the lega chingin so the shugo mara, the lega shuchi or the ra lega chingin konzo ta pena samang ming the logo mara sir pena the kolen tabo imbai na I was joke to Colin old man. He laughing. Logingores, Lochembures, Tamushavana. Pimo Yaguya Mares. In a Tanlang tone. Chuzoni to Pinchi Gogio Mares. Tanlang ton, then Dick Kalajagors. Tenanjing pet Tanlan Legashing, Pemambuyores. Legashing to Pe Kalajagors. That's how I Chuzo di Chedore. Lama Yeshida, Lama Sohormuchita, Kagon. 난 통바지기 토네 내가 지기 여러 와서 최소도 이야기 용야 최소도 야부직 차야 디삼니 지거를 최소도 야부지도 최소도 이야기 야부지로 반 롱바 코란레 팽그리마도 싸원이 내고 말아 와서 최소도 야부 차와나 최징의 야부 용거리 최징의 야부 용거리 대기 롱바 대기 시딜레야 팽그리 와서 딘자 땅안도 지금 내가 지금 고는 탑을 상월로 까들 때니 먼저 니돈 64실로라야 빼마스바 녜삼나 빼마스바 야부 총송스 간지 돈 빼마스바 야부 총송스
And then, of course, we have many staffs who are involved in who are working on different capacities. So I could not mention all of their names, but however, their contribution is really something that we should all feel great about. For instance, Colin. I always kind of joke with him, saying that he's an old man, but regardless of his advancing age, he's really very active in the activities related with this Dharma Center. So he would always come as a volunteer and put so much effort in all the activities that we do here. So everyone, all the staff members are doing this for the betterment of this center and to fulfill the noble wishes of Lama Yeshe and Lama Sopa Rinpoche. And this is a kind of a collective effort that we all do for the flourishing of this Dhamma center. And then if this Dhamma center flourishes, there will be good teachings and other noble Dhamma activities. And the more we could organize such kind of Dhamma activities, it will also benefit this country at large. It will contribute for the peace of this country. So therefore, all of this is definitely a collective accomplishment of all the staffs and all the people who are involved in this. So therefore, we should all rejoice in this collective accomplishment.
Tadinza ta kanjin dorduna nganzo ge gewi chawa pe mambujik cheyores. Ta gewi chawa pe mambujik cheyore. Gewa mambu sayores ro. Isa gewa digi tula teni ta nganzo ngowa cheyadres. Ro, ngowa yaguch, mulom yaguch. Mulom ge zeya no ngowa re, mulom ge zeme no ta mulom re ma do ngowa chaga marda. Tiri nganzo la ya, mulom ge zeye kyabar chen, gewa lab chen cheyajabi. Ani gewa digi tig, zela teni, nganzo mulom gyaw chogores. Tadi malam zu jaya karesna, zu di ani sanji ki temba. Yurim unneya. Yakdun du ta chik lomban di nanglo la ya chik sanji ki temba di. Yakbu chik tariya tuyagi malam jaya goya di shindun keshin buriyas.
In short, we have accomplished and we did many the activities in the past year. So therefore, now it's really the time to dedicate the virtue. So the difference between dedication and prayer is that if there is no if we have not created any positive activities, then we can only pray. But once we have already created the positive dharma activity, and then we could use that virtue and then should dedicate the virtue. So therefore, now since we did many good activities, we should all dedicate these for the dissemination of Buddha Dhamma in this country. And not only that, we should all dedicate the virtue for the future flourishing of and dissemination of Buddha Dhamma.
An lakdun du da nganzo chik jamgwala ma tsunga wachimbi chugyun zingin jingbanza. Jamgwala ma tsunga wachimbi temba tima meba da. Ta sanji ki temba yonsu zoba tima meba da zingyon pesam. Nang chok chok chengi di pi podu chobje nanglo la ya pi nganzo ta chik susu len toba len chok chok chi shangi di jamgwala ma tsunga wachimbo kong rawas. Ani kongi temba di lama yishida lama sobaram chigi gomba nangshin chini lomba dinala ya thongma zunge kong namba nirwas. Ra pegyu nandingi chuzo thongma zunge de kong namba niredwas. Ro gilubi temba de thongma di lomba dinala zunge de kong namba nirwas. Zugsa ge nendiya chenrizi chuzo diredwas ra. Inza nendela ya jamgwa lama zunga wachimbi temba tima meba di unni tanigi ani peo kanjin zhongla ya kandras chongyoba nangshin chigi yon tuyaki ani mulam jagoya di pekishin bores.
And then we are a lineage holder of Lama Tsongkhapa's teaching, Lama Tsongkhapa lineage. If you look at the writings of Lama Tsongkhapa, he has written more than 80 volumes, which made the entire kind of Buddhist view very accessible. So this teaching and this lineage was introduced by Lama Yeshe and Lama Sopa Rinpoche, and they are the first kind of teachers who not only introduced the Lama Tsongkhapa's lineage, but also introduced Tibetan Buddhism. They were the first one who founded Tibetan Buddhism in this country, and they started with the Chenrezig Institute. So therefore, we should all dedicate our virtues for the dissemination of Buddha Dharma in this country as it was flourished in Tibet.
된다 다개 체주는 그 체주디 아니 템버 딘진비기 다 딘진 군기 쭉기 안 야워무시라스 야워무지다 공로 곱줄에 페고레스 야워무지 꾸지른 부 네바이나 난 잠블링라야 펜도요레스 안저지 넘버 산기비 추규 되는 로길로 추균증이 지고 쉐도 말레스 잠블링 코란라야 야워무진 잠블링 디 톨라야 가즈스 슈트바이나 디지즈기 만 잠블링라야 펜도요레스 이제 야워무지 꾸지 샤베테야 꾸지린 부 슈트야 아니 물론 야고 야드 백히신 버레스 걔든 가스 damage
Oh yeah.
acting teaching action teaching
Then, secondly, we should all dedicate our collective virtue and pray for the long life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Now, this year, he will be turning 90 years, and we should all really pray for the long life of His Holiness, because the more he lives, it will not only kind of benefit for the Buddhist community alone, but his life will have a larger impact for the entire humanity as well. So therefore, we should all pray and dedicate our collective virtue for the long life of His Holiness.
dini tanda longab jurinlaya konzo gedu gemba khaji ki ta longab jurinlaya ani chuzo dichedu kali gyayores tam longab jurinlaya kali gyange gedu gemba so ta lo dunju gang le che kyangyares dunju gyaju kashida gubju sumro shige geresro dindi kyangele sares 다 코난부 디기디다 로춘주 난신 기타 내가 제토고 말아왔어. 이번에 최소들이야 샷사 쉬우여레스. 그런주 세림부 대바이나 최소들이야 뭐슉 균성 그토니 펜도여리라 펜도여레스라 아니 딘자 즉 최소들 펜바이나 단지슈바나지 최소들 펜바이나 롬번들 펜그리 롬번들 펜바이나 아니 야급 김치 그 롱바신라야 펜도 용토 그러서 건 잠을 찍을지 된자 인자 두주 지 아니 셀랑마 칸여바 아니 된다 된바 용야 단다버도 넘버 산지비 출라 장샤바디 아니 무스 랄렌 따르투야 아니 니마직 마도 마데베네 디페디 아니 냠린 체투야 콘남바 딘디 용야 아니 먼저 물람 자고 그랬어
And then for the past 50 years, the senior student of this center have really made huge contribution for the management of and the flourish of this center. And now most of the senior students are more than 70 years of age, or 80, or some of them even are nearing 90 years. So therefore, they have really made huge contribution for this center. And then if they also live long, they will either directly or indirectly benefit the center, because all of them are really they consider they hold this center very close to their heart. So therefore, we should all pray and dedicate our virtue for their healthy and long life as well. And then, as I mentioned earlier, if this Dharma center flourishes, it will have a larger impact for the entire country as a whole. And then, if this country, um, if Dharma flourish in this country, and this impact is not also limited to this country alone, but it will also have an impact on the neighboring countries as well. So therefore, we should all pray for the healthy and long life of all the senior students of this center, and may they be able to put their time in practice, and may they also have a very meaningful life. So we should all dedicate our virtue and pray for their long life as well.
Teni nganzu mintuni ya gedu gembo tsu nanshi chin mintuni yongyengi ani dharma yori shungi yores. Kong namba tsu yinba ya mintuni ani chig ani chuzon dele ya ne tuyak nganzu tungyur jar go la mulom gya go res rogba che go res. 대제반은 아주 최소된 진경세도 최소된 진경세도바나 산지 템벌의 팽거린 장고라마 중고지 템벌의 팽거 심정이 되기를 팽거 창창으로 될 때는 연구를
So now we also have many new students, from the younger generation. So we should all pray for their kind of for them as well. We should all try to kind of pray, not only pray, but we should all support them to make sure that they could continue their kind of spiritual journey in this center, in this center, because the more they will be able to kind of associate and continue their practice, it will also contribute for the peace for the larger society as well.
다 너르드나 nganzo 게스트 캠반진 샴바 참로 독자 찍디 차도 거다스라 nganzo 독자 찍디 차바이나 nganzo 레 가리나 산지기 템비체도 가리나 셰도 그러스라 nganzo 참부 맞아나 독자 찍디 세디 용하면다다 진짜 단다 니동 니시 잡시 나라래 nganzo 개와 강치 잡아 될 때니 nganzo 게트 겐션 파만딘스 참로 참부 통부 독자 찍디 용토 쇼스 오늘 nganzo 오늘 진짜 꽤 거란 자는 만남 자고야 로즈레데 도스라 கொஞ்சம் 가서서 디소르고 도스라
And then, moreover, we should pray for the all the students of this center. We should all be united in our kind of aspiration and in our mission, and in order for all of us to be united in this kind of endeavor, there should be very good harmony among all the students of this center. So therefore, we must dedicate our collective virtue for the harmony of harmony among the students. And I really feel that we should not only make prayers, but we should really make prayers and say even large, slogans for the harmony in this among the students. This is something really important.
그랬더니 니도 뉴스상가 채용 그랬어. 그라 니도 뉴스상가라야 당한서 니도 뉴스 잡실을 사가지 마줬나. 셴바직 마용의 책이 인상비 샘슈케 드려도스라.
So now the new year is coming, 2025 is on the way. So therefore, we should all make strong resolution. We should all be resolute to kind of work even harder in the dharmic endeavor more than ever.
당연히 니돈이 상알로야 다 개체슈 찍디 만주 개와사고 그러스로 개와사나 개와니 개와 균친 덴롤이 개그리 덴류 땡질이 개바나 미 땡질이 개바나 미 남주 지어바나 아니 지 비기 추랍도 남지기 아니 시럽기 이야기 지자 차그러스로 딘즈다 개와사고를 개와사야기 신지고다 당한줄로 개와사야기 신직디 꼰조그 땡디 nganzu le thangbo wala ya ro chu gu gowadang chöla ya pasha tezam mebe kala ya gewa saya gi shin yakshu di ani gavi koson tu gten shanya direshas nge samna direshas tinzada lama sohrum ji kagong re la nganzu lechere yore ani chenri zi chadong chendong gu kochimbo shanya chi tip yache gyata mo kunda shanya di nganzu nidon yu sanga la ya gozu tugres gozu tugres 직진을 레그로 용거레스. 테네당 안주 졸라 칸식 샹야레스. 안주 표균 안 된게 추조진자 표균 안 된게 추조인자 표균 안된 랑게 베 쇠균 톤이 여비 졸라 칸텐데 템바치. 테 네버드 당안주 니도 니시 상알라야 고츠 투고도스. 나랑 상알라야 고츠 투고도스. 라. 안 두수 투야기 아니 ngane rewa yu, mulom yu, tu takdu, bezun chigu yu, mulom jagu yus. Kyaranzu di nanshingi, ani, anzu ta nyamru chigu warasira. Tichi wan lomba tili pengiri mando, manzu michigi, mi gerchigi kedo eski yo marwasira.
So in the coming year, 2025, we should all try to accumulate merit. And if we could accumulate merit, we could accumulate a positive karma to always reborn in the higher realms. And if we could continue to reborn in the human realm, then we will be able to develop and cultivate wisdom. And with the ability or with the faculty of wisdom, we will always have the kind of opportunity to flourish and growth. So in order to accumulate merit for the beginners, we need a kind of object for accumulating merit. And for beginners, the best object for accumulating merit is the representations of Buddha's enlightened body, speech, and mind. So therefore, in the coming year, we have many projects related with creating the statues. For instance, we have a project of building a 1,000-armed Avalokiteshvara statue. So, and we also have a project to build a complete, full-fledged kind of Tibetan-style monastery at the center, because the center is a custodian of the Tibetan Buddhism. So we also have a project to build a full-fledged Tibetan-style Gonpa temple. So I'm really hopeful that we could start the project in the coming year, if not kind of completely, if not complete the project, we should all be able to start this. So therefore, I'm really hopeful for the accomplishments of all these noble activities.
대단한 내가 가르쳐 봐야네요. 로 강사 개 수수 체도 지기요 말이지. 남산 집이 대부친 비 추 드럼시 코란 다가라레스. 개 체도 제바이나 아니 대부분 최차가요 말이스. 근데 참지 되게요 봐야냐. 답변 참 되는 비리야. 아니 튼시 짱바야냐. 랑 게르치도 인삼 대바이나. 비리 최차가요 되느냐. 대부분 최차가요 말이스. 진짜 내가 가르쳐 봐야냐. 아니 시행기체도. 그래. 먼저 추조 찍고 체도 많이 봐. 또 심지어 탐제도 인바. 학돈도 쪼쪼다 나랑 니 초월했다. 니 디벨리로 드리케면다. 초월이야. 지금 롱반 대가랑이야. 지금 펜토토야기. 그래. 내가 제 거야디. 빼 기침 못 통고도 쓰러. 간서 소소 롱바 델 대요 반자. 소소 롱바 델 대요 반자. 롱바 델야 펜토비 내가 제자와이나. 내가 디 약부 시작사레스. 마도 지당한테 미 랍침부 제통이지 말인다. 아니 잠블링 코란 싸움 당신 내가 제 적으러 왔어. 안줄 배는 안 로질 디 날디 니버드 메스. 나 오스트레일리아 대체 니 아니 레지디 레처디 아니 롱바 셴바질이야. 아니 지기야기 나는 데바 메라 니버디 멘도스. 나는 델데요 반사 델라 펜비기 롱바 델라 펜비기 레처 짓던지 디톨로 슈기야바나 카이라요 펜도 루섬 니가 냠드 니비 거든 소리 차가도 하서라 마도 루드 롱바 델라니 샘드 롱바 셴바질 로데바나 루섬 카타비 소리지 루섬 카타나 카르미 시바레스 미 니바 메기 차고레스 시바레스 디리 마임바 땡이 빼 계시면 동거 도서라 nga 단답 루츠 로송에 롱바 델라 펜비기 차와지 치에 탑시마도 nga랑 롱바다 이 공부여서 더블업 미닝이 내가 책임에서 권주 책임에서 다디
And then whatever Dhamma activities that we do, and it is really important to make sure that it becomes a true Dhamma activity and a true practice of Mahayana, because if we do it for the interest or for the sake of for your own interest alone, then such activities will not become a Mahayana practice. And even if you go into a retreat and sit in the kind of four-session practice, but if your motivation is if your motivation is tainted with self-interest, then that practice will not become a Mahayana practice. So, so therefore, whatever Dhamma activities that we do, it is really crucial to make sure that your motivation is pure and your motivation is untainted by any self-interest. So therefore, we should all try to, whatever kind of projects that we are doing in this Dhamma Center, we should have the bigger motivation that we could benefit not only this Dhamma Center, but also to the entire country as well. So, for instance, in my own case, whenever I kind of try to whenever I get involved in any project, I always think about the larger benefit that it will have for the whole country. So if I could do that, then it will also become meaningful, because since we are all living in Australia, and then if you could do kind of involve in activities that will benefit this country, it will become very meaningful. Because if we simply try to kind of do something that will have an impact on outside, then maybe we are doing something, our body is on that country, but if our mind is outside this country, then it may not become that much kind of meaningful. So therefore, whatever kind of Dharma activities that we do, it is really crucial to have the motivation that it will benefit the larger society, and particularly the place that you are living.
그래서 길라이어 띵이 꼴롱이 쓰라 띵이 삼수이 띵이 니 천난 들이로 저랬으라
So this is what I really wanted to share before we wind up this year's sessions. And now, if you have any questions, if you want to share anything, it is open.
Tiwa Korean tan degrees.
So you can also ask questions.
Hari, you have questions? Yet. Okay. Yani degrees darwa. Anzu shoshu. Ani ta nidong nishu tsangala 진짜 구베 나올라 자도르 생긴 남게 타선 캔수리 라마 삼기 메케바 라마 소버르 무치게 라마 차고레스 아니 콩 페브니 산딘 직섬 그 온전 난거레스 산딘 직섬 온전 난간서 젠리 셔졸레 산딘 직섬 그 온전 난거레스 딘 디비 롱업 주르라야 종용요 말레스 산딘 직섬 그 온전 난야디 술라칸디 나마 종용요 말레스 난거레스 And di hundred songchulaya lamson namsum da tend to have nangares nimachilaya. Di kab to do so chashil and to by na one tanegi kechembu tsachembu shure sra. Chi chanzan chashilaman unrugi peshitari tarishi imbaye chenda gubi tarishi nidonyu sanga utsure tinimodelaya lamson namsum da tend to have kachut nangares. Di do chok chik boro dar nga da jewa isi kiyo maro asira yan chik sanga ga chu shu tungi jimba na da sanga ga chu tsende ani lama tsende ani ne khabar che o dindi jila ya ro di chik shu tu ba na gyasa gyata ba da pasha khabar chen chi shagare asira dingi lenki ya ro kechimuro tongsons.
And then I also would like to inform you that in the coming year, 2025, in September, His Eminence Rinpoche is visiting this center. So he's a really accomplished practitioner and master who is also a teacher of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. So he will be visiting this center in September, and he will be giving the initiations and empowerments of the three main protective deities. So for the first, as a preliminary for this initiation, Rinpoche will give a preliminary teaching on the three principal aspects of path and in praise of Tibetan origination by Lama Tsongkhapa. So if you are kind of only interested in teachings related with Sutra vehicle, then you can attend the preliminary teaching. And then after that, Rinpoche will give the initiations probably around starting from the 4th of September, tentatively. So if you could attend his teachings, it will really have a kind of a positive influence, because we will be able to have the opportunity to receive this teaching from a very accomplished master, and then we will be able to receive this precious teacher at this kind of center here. So therefore, if you could make time to attend these sessions, I would highly recommend that.
왕다 왕칭기 개바지 요래 즉 개바지 요래 왕칭이래도 개면은 이거
Das schöne Digre.
라
Das schöne Digre.
아니야 즉 써야
So in the empowerment and initiations, there is the general empowerment and the kind of extensive initiations. So Rinpoche will confer the kind of extensive initiation and empowerments.
구에 삼아자 야면 헤루카 야면다가
Yes.
스브릴라서
Yes. So the initiations are of Guya Samaja and Heruka and Yamantaka extensive empowerments.
대미망부 쇼질로 더버디어레스라 다다기 칸든 기우 쇼진 된고 모양의 삼비 또 띵이 rum부질의 컨디션 사이언스 rum부치기 툰루 라민 낸줄 되는 디그리스 디카난소스가 셴바미세기 때 마트는 디그리스 때 마트는 된 고마르세고 때 마트는 디그리 툰루 라민 낸줄이 참이시 된 거레스 어딘디시다 칸든 툰루 라민 낸줄이
So now some people might wonder that after receiving initiations, then there is lots of daily recitations to be done, daily practices to be done, and people may not find kind of time for all of this. I've already asked this concern consulted this with Rinpoche, and Rinpoche mentioned that if people could do all the kind of recitation and prayers, of course it is highly recommended, but if they could only recite the 6 session Guru Yoga liturgy, then that will suffice.
Okay.
I have a question, Geshela. We have a couple of retreats coming up, Vajrasattva and Lamrim. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of doing retreats such as Vajrasattva and Lamrim?
Tanda doji semba ki retreat, the Lamrim retreat, chik tan choa insara, tiki kane kola tis sonrochis.
단등이 들이 타마르스 돼야지 나랑 취시해야 되려고 하다 당한수 투니 시야지 타마르스 라고 했다스 어떤 단당한수 다르페시 뉴스자 자주잡도 자기 자고 니무숨 세지링이야 단다 얘기하기 참대해줘라.
So when I say this is the last teaching, I mean this is my kind of teaching and interaction with you. I don't mean there will be no dharma activities for the coming days. So of course on 26th, 7th, there will be Vajrasattva retreat.
Yeah. And the 당한주 시작담 제디 저 개정부 쇼로 왔더라. 간스 당한주 깨워 통마 매번에 뉴문이 여해버려도 알아. 아니 뉴문 병원기 아니 지 디버 메기벨레 다 균이 참에 받지 싸여버디 시고 말았어. 다디 딕비 남미 제부 동아디 아니 간주 토라 파빈 거랬더라. 간주 뇽고 거랬어. 간주 깨워 델라 마뇨네 깨워 치마라 뇽고 거랬어. 깨워 치마라 마뇨 디 깨워 치마 간지 딕바 디 가서 따지 어머나 딕바 시아고 거랬어. 매바 쏘고 거랬어. 매바 마서는 니마 지금 미용 거랬어. 동아디 미용 거랬어. 진짜 딕바 시아비 탑 단지 체크 체주디 아니 단다 도지 셈비기 곰데기 톤 디바샤야디 아니 상기랑 송 열었어 어디다
So the purification practices is really crucial for any practitioner because we all have been really accustomed in engaging in negative actions, and because of engaging in afflictive emotions, we have also accumulated a lot of negative karma, and with this negative karma, we may ended up experiencing the result of such negative karma. So therefore, it is really important to purify this negative karma so that we won't need to experience the result of those negative karma. So long as we are not able to purify the negative karma that we have accumulated, we will have to experience its result either in this immediate life or in the subsequent lives to come. So therefore, it is really crucial to purify the negative karma that we have accumulated over many lifetimes. And one of the most effective practice to purify our negativities, to purify our negative karma, is the Vajrasattva retreat. So Buddha himself has taught this practice of purification through the Vajrasattva retreat.
Pena nganzu tanda tam mendo shendu, masam shendu, nganzu la ya ken chago mangbu shoji yungu do asra. Tanda shogi debu tangbu shoji bayna nyingu jawla. Chik yungu da, ta nganzu la tamadi mangbu shoji yungu do asra. To sama kwal teni yungu re. Gyu ta kenji la teni chomba re mato. Gyu kenji ngundu masomba, debu dindi chik tsawa nini yung sigma res. Tadi gyugin kari res laundi, rang la dindi ki tita chinga kien parchi yonde, gyugin kari res laundi, har dikwa miki yo sa shabi, li topki yungu yo res. Rada di cheba yabu uchida, kadzu siki takji cheba na, te maton rosa tsao nini yo mares tarwa. Te maton rosa tsao nini yo mares. Di inzang, ta dindi ki, ani dikwa miki be le di, tanda soso pe debo tangbo, sanglo tangye yoba, namchu yubi kabdu la ya, ani doji semi gomde ki tawni, dikba di, ani shaktab cheba na, ngar sa shaba di, meba soya yores. Tirita, tunda dires rwa.
So sometimes we tend to encounter unfortunate incidents in our life, and all of them seem very unexpected, but all of them occur due to certain causes and conditions. Nothing happens without cause and conditions. So therefore, whatever unfortunate incidents that we encounter in our life, they have a pre kind of condition and causes. So therefore, they are, if we encounter with a negative kind of result, it is the kind of result of some negative karma that we have accumulated in the past. So therefore, it is really crucial to purify the negative karmas that we have already created. So therefore, when we are healthy and when we are able, we should all try to purify our negative karmas through Vajrasattva retreat or otherwise.
Tadini lamram dire, ta lamram di, ta chik chug nedun chik ha kongi jimba na, ta kechenbu shu yimba di, toktu gres rwa. Teni, ta nganzu ta ching drowa miji yimbi on tangba na, lamram jangi di nge samda pe kechenbu reshas. Nganzu drowa mi sengi di, ani chik tundro chensin rwa, ani sokchak pigi ta chik hajangi ta chik shinatsawu din rwa rwa, ditsu li kebar da pawa chik. Drowa mi sengi di, mi la namshu jo rwa, di yongko, di yongtu go wara. Nganzu la namshu tumu mayimbi, namshu kumbhal tanya go nipa jo rwa, di kumbhal tanya di nganzu ki ta kharsa topdang rwa da. Ta di kumbhal tanya ki, ani tabshi tablam sanamadu chakien sanamadu yakshu di lamram lojong chayadare dwasra. Hongu kiwa tamba da sanji chomden dini chayni. Ani gyagar pen ruchub den lo soban, jamgol mo zonga wachima lo soba. Konzo tsama lo din digi namchu chingi kiwa kyabar che yongya de kari lamram lojong chayabal dini chongwa rasra. Pe maziwa kishin bur resra.
And then, secondly, of course, the Lamrim retreat. The kind of the positive impact of Lamrim teaching is extremely huge. And it is really, I feel like it's really important for all of us to engage in the studies of Lamrim, because what makes us humans unique and special among other species is really our intelligence and our ability to think. So the faculty of intelligence is the unique quality that makes us different from other species. So in order for us to kind of utilize our potential at the full kind of potential, we will kind of get benefited if we could study Lamrim. So from Buddha to all the great Indian scholars to the scholars of many great scholars of Tibet, all of them become great by studying the content of this text. So therefore, it is really crucial to engage in the studies concerning Lamrim.
mi demba chik, mi changbu chik, mi yagbu chik chewala, mi gi chumungu sultum the songo dasra. Di lamram gu tsawares. Da chik mi lotob chen, chansam chen, zambalin korang la ya pendo che tuyagi, ani nibadi cham ninji gi tonin rogo dasra. Di meba ina manda, di lamram gu bigi da chik, ani sokshin tawadares. Tene chik, nguyo nisu, ngubi nilu togni, ani maribi mumbaseni, tabada tamchen kimbi sala rogoya chik doas. Di lamram gi ani kasa da chik godin tso di nyugro deres. Deres. Tisa pe kechamo, da di ko keche ko tre kore yo maras, da keche da maji shesa kore meyo chi chagoras.
So the another thing why studies of Lamrim is important is to do with our own kind of personal practice in life, because in order to become a good human being, we should all observe the 10 virtues morality, and that is the really basic foundation of the Lamrim. So
Kudla.
So that is the foundation of the Lamrim teachings. And on top of that, if we really wanted to become someone who could benefit the society and who would benefit the world at large, then we should all nurture the qualities such as compassion and love and so on and so forth. So the cultivation of love and compassion is really an important element in the Lamrim teachings. And on top of that, in order to achieve and attain enlightenment and other higher states, by eliminating the ignorance and by cultivating wisdom, all of these are really the essential purpose of Lamrim teachings. So therefore, there is no question about how important Lamrim retreat is.
Oh, hi, Geshela. I was just wondering, with the three, it sounds like it's three different initiations by the Lama coming up. I heard it was Haruka, Yanantaka, but I didn't catch the name of the third one. And could you tell us a little bit more about that, please, if you can? Because I know a lot of that sort of thing is quite secret. And also, sorry, couple questions. I can stop if you like.
Lunchtime.
Sixth session. Sixth session. I usually only do the short version. So will it be the short or the long version that we need to do? And if it's the long, could we please have a reminder of how to do that beforehand? Thank you.
Karsa.
tanda disungro kala tanda jama chaturumbi chipe kala wangchi sum nangiri sungro
라
디디 단다 헤루같이 야만타같이 니 숨바데 모랑 코마 송사 디 콜라니 디시 겨루지 디nem경스 상하 치코라 상하 레디가 스틱 상하인 비트나로 지로 디콜 디시 겨루지스 인디질랑아도 튠룩 세죠라게나 튠룩 세디 니 타피지 디직치나 모랑 코너 테는 미시 못다 튠니 저직 조르기스이드 간다 직치나 튠룩코라 팅니로 니마질 팅니로 조르기요이나 하나 미시 다 간다 튠룩 디콜이야 this is knowledge.
sorry 상아 is 상악 레라다 상아 대시 가요 말 상아레스티
So the exoteric teachings are exoteric and secret. We should not reveal it.
아저즈디디 단행안주기 롬부치기 칸드엔드에 조디 튠dru긴 송반자 아니 당안주 튠dru긴 오르치야지 리 예시지거레스 페시 진다 단다 SPC요 말 SPC 냠 education 페시 진다 시방가와 던디질 ngawa tuba 던디질라 안주다 weekend course 지기 돈은 살기나 어느 님은 숨쉬지 아니 튼두랑 돌아 아니 지 초고에나 딘리체지니 아주 딘딩 거를 지야레스 인자다 디 베라 어디티탄 안수 까메용 그레스 라
As a part of the initiation, we were supposed to recite the sixth session Guru Yoga, and we are in fact planning to organize a kind of a special session to introduce the sixth session Guru Yoga. So we'll probably be able to do that in April or May. So later we will discuss with SPC and confirm the date. So probably we could do that in a weekend course, or maybe if we need more time, we could do that. So that's during that time we will try to discuss the importance of sixth session and brief introduction on that.
다 상가디 지단기 상와레스 라라다 가스나 상가 냠수 meling인지라 상와 디셰 초고 말다 야자 야담 비기 다지 아니 왕슈 동발레네다 아니 샘다 쟁잉 이미지여다 델라 아니 상와 디셰 초고레스 데즈드링이 상와 디셰샤스 키요 마레스 들어
So when we talk about exoteric or the kind of secret aspects of these teachings, the reason why they are termed as exoteric or secret is that one should not reveal the teachings to the non-practitioner of this practice. But if someone is already kind of introduced to this practice, then there is nothing is exoteric about this practice.
Thank you so much. Ra, Tochana. Ra.
So to page 12. From my two types of merits, the vastest space that I've amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, I became the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds, wisdom, eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings. May I please all the Buddhas by my practice. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings. With the points of the path as I have discerned them, may I uphold the Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and may the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded a path to enlightenment, completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their sons. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and create conducive conditions for practicing excellent paths never be parted nor any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may always be assisted by the mighty ones. May oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. Janju Senchar Rinpoche, Mage Panam Kegyurti, Kerpan Yamba Me Payam, Gone Gondu Pelwar Shor.